Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Okay, in this video, I would like to show you how I will do part modeling of this internal gear. So this, if you look in this photo, this is the lead and this is the pulley. Previously, I've shown you how I do part modeling for the pulley. And also on the top of the pulley there will be two latches, and at the end the latches they have kind of like a gear tooth. These two latches will be mounted on top of this pulley, and this is the internal gear. This internal gear, they have internal teeth of the gear, and this internal gear will be mounted on top of this pulley and also these two latches. So once if we pull the handle, so it will drive, these latches will drive that internal gears. So these latches, it acts like it can go when the rod is rotating, when the cutting blade is rotating, it can have kind of like a freedom of rotation movement. That's why they use this kind of latches. All right. Okay, this the next video here is if you look this internal gears already mounted on top of the two latches and also the pulley. Okay, in this video I would like to show you how we do. I also have the sketch of the dimension of this internal gears. If you look, okay, this internal gear they have main diameter is 45. And we have a step of 1, then this is a front view, then another step of cylinder here by diameter of 42, and the thickness is 6, since the total height here is 7. So I will do in the part modeling, I do the base here first, the 2 cylinder. So in the part modeling, so I start at the top plane. So I will do a circle of diameter. The main diameter is 45, so I will give the dimension of 45, and the step is 1, so I will do extrude by 1. Then I will create another circle by the diameter of, so we have the smaller cylinder here is 42, so I will give the dimension of 42 and extrude it by 6. So this will be the base of our internal gear. If you look at this photo again, if you look at this photo, so the bottom side here we have a cutout here. We have a cutout by the diameter. If you look in my sketch again, the dimension for this, if I zoom in, this is a zoom version of how the tooth of that internal gear looks like. So we have a base diameter 40, and also at the peak of the gear tooth the diameter is 36. So I will draw a cutout first, and the deep of that cutout is, we look the cutout, the deep of the cutout is 5 units. So what I will do at the bottom, so the bottom surface here will be we have the internal gears. So at this plane I will make a sketch. So I will do the base circle of diameter 40. So this diameter 40 will be extruded cut by 5 units. Measure direction is upward 5. So we have a base where we could do the tooth, where I can create the tooth of this internal gear. Then I will do circular pattern by the number of 12. Then I have the internal gear teeth. So at this plane I create a sketch. So what I will do, all right, I will click at these edges, then I convert to entities. And also, if you look in this sketching of the dimension of the internal tooth of the gear, so we have diameter 40 already done here. Then I have another for the peak, the minor diameter by diameter of 36. So I will do another circle here at the center point, diameter 36. Okay, let me go for normal view. All right, the smaller diameter here, I will change it to construction geometry. So what I will do, I create a midpoint line at the center and snap at the quadrant of that base circle, the bigger circle. So this one, I change it into construction geometry. All right, if you look again, okay, in order for me to draw this, the tooth, the profile of the tooth of the internal gear, okay, I already mentioned the rough dimension is about 8 from here to here. So what I will do, I will just simply create a line. One is touching the bigger circle and another one is touching the smaller circle, then put at any angle here until it touches this bigger circle. Then I put a dimension from this point to this point is 8. Okay, to make sure that this profile remain at the middle of at the center line, I give this to here is 4. So it will be at the middle. And also this line must be pointing to the center point. So I will select this line and hold down my control key and select the center point and make coincidence. So it will be pointed to the center. All right, so I have the, so I will do trimming. So I will trim this line and this line until I get the region for me to do extrude boss base. So I will go for extruded boss base and I will use up to surface. Then I select the surface. So I have the first tooth of my internal gear. Okay, then I will do circular pattern. Then I will use this circular edge as my reference and make sure the angle is 360 and the number is 12. The features to pattern is this profile. So I have, if I click OK, then I have the teeth of this internal gear. All right, next thing to do, if you look in this photo, they have kind like a protruded cylinder here, and actually I don't know what is this features for, so just let me do that modeling here. So at this plane, I just create a circle of the diameter. If I already measured it, is 18. And I do an offset of 1. I go for reverse direction. Then I will extrude it by 1 millimeter. Okay, next thing is we have if you look in this sketching of the dimension, we have a rod here. The rod is a square shape, 7 by 7 by the height of, since this is 24, so the distance from this surface is 17. So at the top surface here, I will create a center rectangle. Seven. Then I will extrude it by 17. So I have a square rod there, a square shaft. So this square shaft is meant to couple with the rod that we have blades attached to it. The rod have a hollow square hole, so it will be mounted on that into the rod, and it will couple and it will drive the rod to rotate the blades. Alright. Okay, this surface, actually, if you look in the photo, they have if you zoom in, they have kind of like a holes. The idea to make a kind of like hollow shape, what I think is the features is just for meant to save cost of the material. So I would create a hole here. Instead, we have solid rod 7 by 7. They have a cut through holes by diameter of 5. So I will make a extruded cut about the distance of 15. So we can like have a hollow rod. Okay, the last thing to do is just do some fillet here. So I will do fillet of radius 1 at these 4 edges, and also the top edges. So we kind of like have more have a curved surface of the edges. Okay, one more thing is I also need to fillet these edges of radius 1. Alright, I think that's about it. Alhamdulillah, I've completed this modeling of this internal gear of this mini blender. So let me save the file as internal gear. Okay, inshallah, in the next video I will do part modeling of the other component like the latches that I mentioned to you earlier, and also the rod and the blades. Okay, but do not forget to click like and please subscribe to my video. Okay, inshallah, I will see you soon in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.